Hello and welcome to your path to career success. Kathryn, and in today's episode we're diving into something essential for any aspiring leader or seasoned professional looking to boost their impact: cross-functional leadership. Why? Because true success isn't built in silos, it thrives on collaboration. Today I'll share some practical real-world tips to help you collaborate effectively across departments and achieve those big strategic goals. But before we jump in, I invite you to grab your favourite beverage, find a comfy spot, grab a notebook, or just sit back and relax. Alright, let's jump in with tip number 1. Tip 1. Build relationships early and often. If you only reach out to other teams when you need something, you're doing it wrong. Think about it. How would you feel if someone only ever contacted you when they needed a favour? It's not the best way to foster goodwill or collaboration. Instead, make it a point to get to know your colleagues from other departments before any critical project deadlines loom over you. Whether it's a quick coffee, a casual chat in the office kitchen, or even attending a cross-departmental meeting, these small efforts lay the groundwork for trust. And trust me, that trust will pay dividends when it matters most. I'll give you an example. I once worked on a major project where we needed input from the marketing team. Because I'd already built a connection with their heads during a casual coffee chat months earlier, asking for their help wasn't awkward, it felt natural. That relationship meant we could cut through red tape and get things done quickly. Instead of weeks of emails and clarifications, a quick phone call was enough to keep things moving. It was a game changer. So a key takeaway: start building those bridges early. Collaboration is always smoother when you've already laid a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. Tip 2. Learn the language of each department. Every team has its own set of priorities, goals, and let's be honest, its own unique jargon. It can feel like stepping into a different country when you're dealing with departments like finance, IT, or marketing, each with its own way of talking and thinking. One of the most valuable things you can do as a cross-functional leader is to learn to speak their language. Why? Because it's not just about communication being smoother. It's about showing respect for their expertise and building credibility in their eyes. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine walking into a meeting with finance to discuss KPIs, but you have no clue how budgeting works. You mention metrics without connecting them to the bottom line. Cue awkward silences and a lot of puzzled looks. On the flip side, if you've done your homework and can frame your ideas in their context, talking about ROI or cost efficiencies, you'll get buy-in much faster. It's like showing up to a party and actually knowing the inside jokes. You're in the loop. Start small, spend time with each team and ask questions about what matters to them. If you're working with IT, learn some basic tech terms. With marketing, brush up on campaign cycles or customer personas. With finance, understand budgets and forecasting. You don't need to become an expert in their field. Just showing it you've made the effort can work wonders for building trust and avoiding those lost in translation moments. So a key takeaway: the more you can tailor your communication to align with another team's priorities and language, the more effective and respected you'll be as a leader. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Tip 3. Be transparent and open about your goals. Transparency really is the backbone of successful collaboration. Think about it. If your goals and motivations are a mystery, how can you expect others to rally behind you? Take the time to clearly communicate what you're trying to achieve, and just as importantly, why it matters. People are much more likely to get on board when they see how their contributions fit into the bigger picture. It's not just about telling them what to do, it's about connecting their efforts to something meaningful. For instance, if your project involves streamlining customer support, don't just say, "We need to improve response times." Instead, share how faster responses will improve customer satisfaction, reduce churn, and make everyone's work smoother in the long run. When people see the why behind the what, they're more motivated to pitch in enthusiastically. Tip 4. Encourage open feedback loops. This one's a game changer. Feedback is key to making cross-functional projects run smoothly, but it has to go both ways. Create an environment where people feel comfortable sharing their insights, challenges, and even constructive criticism. It's not about avoiding problems, it's about tackling them together. I found that just asking a simple question like, How can we improve our workflow together and spark conversations that uncover bottlenecks you didn't even know existed? For example, during a recent project, a teammate for another department pointed out that a small tweak in our reporting process would save hours of work on their end. That one suggestion streamlined everything for the whole team. So set up regular check-ins or even anonymous feedback channels, depending on what works best for your team. The key is to show you're not just open to feedback, you actively value and act on it. Tip 5. Champion recognition across teams. Collaboration isn't just about hitting deadlines or delivering results. It's about appreciating the people who make it all happen. When you take the time to give credit, especially to team members in other departments, it does more than just boost morale. It builds trust and camaraderie, making future collaborations even smoother. Here's a thought. How often do we recognise contributions beyond our own team? It's easy to overlook, but a quick shout out in a meeting or a thank you email can make someone's day. For example, during a big project launch, the IT team worked overtime to ensure everything went live without a hitch. Taking 5 minutes to publicly acknowledge their effort not only motivated them, but also inspired other teams to collaborate more willingly. So make recognition part of your routine, whether it's a team-wide email, a mention in a meeting, or even a small token of appreciation. It all adds up. Remember, celebrating wins isn't just good for morale, it's an investment in your team's long-term success. So, all right, let's recap those quick wins because they really are the foundation of effective cross-functional leadership. First, focus on building relationships early and often. Don't wait until you need something to connect with other teams. Next, learn each department's language so you can communicate in a way that resonates and builds credibility. Then stay transparent by being clear about your goals and showing others how their work ties into the bigger picture. Keep the feedback loops open to encourage collaboration and tackle challenges head on. And finally, don't forget to recognise contributions, whether big or small. A bit of appreciation goes a long way. These 5 steps might sound simple, but when you consistently apply them, you'll notice a shift. You'll not only earn trust across departments, but you'll also foster an environment where people feel motivated and valued. And that, my friends, is how you deliver results while inspiring others to do their best work. Thanks for tuning in to Your Path to Career Success. If this episode lit a fire within you, hit that subscribe button, share the love with a review, and spread the wisdom with your friends and co-workers. Alternatively, follow me on LinkedIn, Kathryn Hall, the Career Owl. Until next time, keep learning and leading confidently.